Hello and welcome to the Pen and Paper Pod. Everyone, how are you doing this week? Are you ready to return back to the world of Revon Gothica and see if you can save poor Jacob? And let's proceed. You guys find yourself in a campsite. I believe you guys slept overnight, so if you want to take a long rest. Overnight there's like a light rainstorm. Who gets what blanket and who gets what? Because there's 7 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we have the giant
blanket.
I mean, I just get into my shell.
Yeah, I can sleep on the board.
Oh,
There you go.
God damn.
I'm gonna give a bedroll to the boy.
Yeah,
Whoa.
very nice.
We should discuss this.
Wait a
grab
minute,
the blanket.
bedroll?
He only takes like half of it. Why does he get a whole bedroll?
You guys can snuggle.
Oh,
I
Papa Wolf.
guess I can forage for some cover.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think there's enough bedrolls, no? 1, 2, 3.
We have enough blankets and stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take
yeah.
a bedroll as well, and I have an extra blanket, so I'll toss one over to you.
Yeah, I'll take a blanket. I'll just burrito myself in.
And I'm an elf, so I just kind of wrap it around me as I sit in my trance.
I think there's one extra bedroll, so Silver, you can have one too. I'll hand one to you.
I appreciate the kindness, Savannah, but it would be lost on me. I would be better off like our friend Liv with a blanket.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up the gourd and put it on top of a bedroll and be like,
I love luxury.
Sikes, I guess one of the things I really want to know is like, is it like a Pokeball situation where you're in there? Like,
Oh,
do you
it's
feel people
fun-
touch your?
it's-
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. It does have a great description. There are columns and throw pillows like everywhere, along with some nice drapery and then some nice towel, like big old things on the wall, tapestries. Yeah, it's pretty spacious and nice. Imagine like a hookah bar.
I did not
Oh,
think,
nice.
when I was doing like my Domain of Dread thing, I didn't think through you having your own portable fucking house like Sikes.
And I didn't say this to everyone, but it can bring people that I'm wearing. We're sharing like a sleeve and a cloak. I'm technically wearing your sleeve, bringing that in with me. Just saying.
That's
really?
That's a DM argument we're gonna have later. Let's go.
Bring it on.
I'm ready.
It's like
I love
a
it.
tiny hut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a tiny house.
Yeah. Open invitation if anyone wants to come with me into the board. Until the DM says otherwise.
I will allow one person into the gourd tonight.
Okay.
that sounds terrifying. I'm not sure I want to go into the gourd. I'm gonna put my bedroll on the opposite side after I hear the invitation into gourds.
I'll go hang out in the gourd. I mean, I've already traveled into a new world, so why not explore another one?
Sikes and Alpha are inside the gourd. The child has a bedroll. Liv, you have a bedroll, correct?
No, just a blanket.
Just a blanket for
Because
Liv.
I sit in my trance.
Oh, that's right. Savannah, you have a bedroll, and Sniff, you are inside your shell as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
From
Yeah.
inside my shell, I just yell, "There's only room for one in my shell."
Sniff, my question is, during this long rest, are you going to be doing anything to prepare substances?
I believe I did that before we all yesterday.
Perfect.
Mhm.
By the morning with the cover, Sniff, you guys, and also who ate what? That's a good question. Silver didn't eat anything. Who's eating what?
I'll do a mix of moldy and fresh. That way we can work through without like being too dependent on the old stuff.
Okay. Anyone else want to copy him?
Seems like a smart idea.
Yeah.
You all eat a little bit of moldy ship's biscuits and some of the nice rations from Jacob's parents' cart. Sikes, do you agree? You don't have.
Yeah. I asked Alvin for some of that too.
Yeah.
Moldy and fresh.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
mix
so
them together, it's not that bad.
That's totally
Right.
how diseases work. Anyway, no, just joking. I'm sorry. Yeah, so you don't really have like a great meal. It's trail rations. But Sikes and Alpha, the inside of the gourd is quite nice. You're bedded down on lovely pillows, and you on the next morning are going to be able to make a charisma saving throw. Actually, I think
Who?
Sniff
Oh.
is as well inside his shell. Go ahead and
Not
make
He
me
doesn't have
overrated.
throw pillow. Just kidding.
He doesn't. But I'm gonna accept that Sniff
Charisma
is.
save.
If I'm giving it to the gourd, I gotta give it to the shell. The shell's gotta be like that. Shell sounds comfy, you know. That sounds comfy,
Oh, it's
right?
comfy.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a nat, baby. Nat 20.
Oh.
Very comfy show.
I got an
Alright.
18.
Okay,
I've only
that's,
lived in this shell my entire life.
So Alpha, Tanner, and Sniff. Alpha, you're gonna take 1 point of sanity back, and Sikes and Sniff, you're both gonna take 5 points of sanity back.
Oh.
I'm already at 7. Damn it.
Yeah. So doesn't matter. Savannah, Liv, Silver, you do not get to make the save. You were partially exposed to the elements. You guys wake on the morrow, and the day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, pop out of the gourd and say, "How did everyone sleep? Where's the boy? These clothes are so rustful."
Yeah. You see
hate
that
them.
the boy in the middle of the night has gone over and cuddled up between, I think, next to Savannah, if I had to guess. Since she's the only one that's done like a really good charisma save on him. Charisma check.
Aww.
So he's just like cuddled up there. He's like, whoa.
Boy is here.
Oh, good. We found the boy.
One more night.
No. I would like to take one person to go assist me in gathering some more wolfsbane, since it seemed to do the trick last time.
I will go with you, but perhaps we not rub it on the afflicted. I'm sure you will agree.
Agreed.
I have a plan. Don't worry, guys.
I'll come too.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It's a party.
Alpha, give me a survival with advantage from your help.
23.
You're able to probably come up with like a bushel of wolfsbane. Easy.
Well, I mean, I'm not touching it. Someone else can go gather it.
You
I just
pointed
point
out
to the
your
wolfsbane,
party
like,
members
yeah.
if they want to grab it, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Sniff, would you like to split it with me? Perhaps it'd be best if we all had some.
Yeah, I'll take some of it as well. Can I look for licorice root as well?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a survival. If you tell people, they can help.
Yeah, and we had a conversation about what I'm looking for, just not really why I'm looking for it.
That works.
14.
I'll
10 on the die, plus
I'll
4.
happily assist him.
Yeah. So 14, and then sorry. Did you roll a 4? I didn't see it pop up actually.
I'll roll a second. That was only one. Okay, and then the
Yeah.
second one was a 7 plus 11, or 7
Yeah.
plus 4.
Yeah, you're able to find you're able to find one small run of licorice root. Yeah.
All right, I hang it from the back of my shell.
Yeah. Sikes helps Sniff guy with licorice root. I'm just gonna sit down and relax until we decide to move.
Yeah, man, spending that evening in the gourd was very relaxing. I'm used to sleeping on the forest floor, and man, that was luxury.
It's always been like that, you know. I'm glad you could experience the life of, like, the finer things before we die again.
Yeah.
Are there any small animals skittering around us as we pets
Sorry
about
about
in
that.
the morning?
Yeah. I mean, you guys can hunt for animals all you want.
Liv is gonna go hunting for some small to medium-sized animals close to camp.
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
I'll assist you in
Liv
the
and
hunt.
Savannah.
I got a 5. My eyes aren't quite what they used to be. Let me try again. A 6. It's a little clearer now.
Y'all come across
It's the chainmail.
You actually get very
The
lucky, and you
chain.
come upon like a unicorn bunny, which is, I forget what the term for it is, but it's this beautiful, like, just fat creature, and you look over at it and you're like, oh yes, and you're just like, how are you hunting with it? Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna shoot it, Liv? Are you gonna literally use the power of your god to fry this bunny?
Oh yes, I was going to hit it with Sacred Flame.
All right. As you cast Sacred Flame, your magic just doesn't fizzle out. Like it's just like, nah, brah, we're not attacking this unicorn buddy. And then it runs, and then Savannah tosses a knife over your shoulder, trying to get past you, and it hits the bunny spins around real fast and deflects it with its horn, and then dashes off into a bush.
Feisty little bunny.
I know, right? You think that bunny is very fast, and that horn was very sharp. If it ran at you, it would not be great.
He can survive for today.
Okay. You guys come back empty-handed.
After we are all gathered back, I think we should probably pack up and start moving out, yeah?
Yeah, we should try and get close to town as possible.
One more day.
Good. Yeah. Hopefully we can make some good pace and avoid some more bandits and get there by evening.
We'll roll up all the bedrolls and pack all the blankets.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't leave anything important behind. All the biscuit crumbs in the bag. Still have biscuits, guys.
You guys proceed down the trail. Guys, the trail's going to start to get a little bit like harder to see as you go along. People, give me a how should I put this? Give me a somebody give me a survival check, and I suppose people can help you if you like. So pick your person who's going to be leading the group, which is, I suppose, a discussion you guys should have.
14.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
Yeah, it's not that bad. After a while, you guys come upon a clearing that seems to be cleared out. Well, a clearing is obviously being cleared out of trees on all sides, and in the middle of the clearing, there seems to be a cobblestone, an old structure that's just been in the ground. The structure around it seems to have been crushed, and it's been dilapidated, and all the stones are on the ground. So it's just stones spread out across a little glade area where the glade seems to be reclaiming the stones. And you see in the center there is a well-like structure with crossbars over the top of the well, and the water is actually above, just coming up and lapping above the crossbars and then coming back down, and kind of this slow undulating movement. And there seems to be some sigilry or some writing that's carved into the rim of the well.
Can anyone make that out?
Sikes, can you read arcane writing?
Nope. Barely. I specialize in one spell and one spell only.
Is that the spell that's on the thing?
Let me check. No.
Okay. Worth a check.
Does anyone speak Sylvan?
Yes.
Wait.
Let's go.
Alpha. Why does the wolf boy from the forest know Sylvan? Actually, that's a dumb question. That's actually a fair point. Do you actually know Sylvan?
Fair point.
Do you actually know Sylvan?
Yeah, and Primordial. I know the languages of the forest and nature. I'll do this read action, as you call it. I mean, I'd like to sniff around and see if any of the area has been disturbed.
You approach the well. As you come upon it, you see that there is a person floating in the well whose fingers are just coming up just above the bars, and it appears that they were holding onto the bars. They are trapped inside the well.
I think we should not get our blood in this body of water.
Yeah, this feels not holy.
Or maybe a trap. A constant respawn of death.
Oh yeah, good point. Holy shit, do you think this is an Outlander and this is what they do to him?
Yeah.
Oh
I
god.
Oh my god.
Should we try and rescue it?
Well, let's try to read what it says first.
While he's approaching the well to read the writing, can I cast Detect Evil and Good?
Yes, you may.
It does not have a material component. It is just verbal and somatic.
Correct. Are you ritual casting it, or is it just are you using a slot?
I would like to ritual cast it.
10 minutes, right? I think. Yeah. So you settle down. It's gonna give him time to read the well, and we'll circle back to that. So that is interesting.
If she sits down to ritual cast, Liv is gonna sit down next to her and ritual cast detect magic.
Alpha, you approach the well. You see that there is a man listlessly floating in the water. His eyes just look very, very far away. You're reminded of the pirate captain that you saw in the bed on the beach. And you see written around the edge of the well, "Here lies the Outlanders that dare to defy the love of our God.
I knew it.
Death is a gift, and those that would deny it deserve but the horror of their own torment."
Okay, I'd like to make myself known to the man and ask him how long he's been in there, and if
he looks like a dead bot. Like he's
Like
just
coma,
like you see
yeah.
the air bubbles coming out of him. He's just there. He's just comatose and he's drowning. Like because he can't get his mouth above water because the bars are just below the water level. So he literally can't get his mouth above water.
Oh, okay.
We should try to remove the bars.
I think he's gone.
Died a number of times while doing this. He must have been here long before we showed up.
Yeah, I think as nice as it would be to help him out, we really do need to get into town. I don't want to be caught outside of town if we suspect what we suspect.
So after 10 minutes, Silver and Liv's spells are going to trigger. Silver, you're going to see that the pool of water is actually technically, by the definitions, it has been blessed and is thus holy. So it is technically blessed water. But again, you know in your experience that good things can be used for evil purposes. Liv, you're going to trigger and you're going to see that, you're going to see that there's an abjuration magic coming from the well. That the seal of the Sylvan's runes is creating abjuration magic. That it prevents... It appears that once your blood hits this well, it prevents it from being reset.
Run away from the well, guys.
Oh yeah, guys, this well is not good news. This guy doesn't need our help. He's busted.
As you do that, you sense deeper down into the well via magic. You see Outlanders die over and over again, drowning and being transported back here. Their corpses descend into the bottom of the well, and then they appear. And then they drown over and over again until they lose their mind.
Well, guys, although it wouldn't be a bad idea to see if we could take this bar off, just in case we end up here.
It's a plan.
Yeah, that's true. The water could connect to a source further down.
Oh, that is true. I like the idea of maybe getting the bars off.
It does have some kind of magic, I think, around it, so...
Any spells you can take care of magic? Does the spell stop us from taking water from the well?
No, you can take water from the well, and it is for the purposes of this holy water.
I'll fill up one of the water skins with water if I can.
It is holy water.
That would be fantastic for spell components. I know a spell that can, I've used it in the chapel once before. It would be helpful.
Can we remove enough water that it no longer reaches the bar?
Seems like a lot of water.
Yeah, that could go on for... Wow.
To be honest with you, it appears that everybody in this well is floating listlessly. You can try to pull them up and remove enough water to get their mouths above water. But it appears...
If we were to get trapped in the future, we want there to be less water so that we could breathe. Can we create a siphon so that it starts to drain? If you get like something and create a suction, you get it to start draining?
Absolutely. What kind of tubing do you have? That is my question.
If we could come back, say, tomorrow, I might be able to destroy some of the water here. But it would have to be tomorrow.
Liv is just gonna kind of push Alpha aside and blast the bars with Sacred Flame.
Yeah, the bars heat up pretty good if you keep recycling the cantrip. You think that maybe if somebody has like a lever, you could probably molt the bars off. Like if you just keep pushing it down.
Yeah, so like in the interim where Liv is casting her Sacred Flame, I'm going to cast mine, so it's like a repeated cycle.
Yeah, you guys are going to develop low-grade headaches as you repeat your cantrips over and over again, but between the two of you, you're able to heat up the bars. If someone wants to use their strength score, you can now try to like wrap it up and pull the bars off with the reduced metal durability.
I can give it a try.
Can I give Sniff my staff to like have like a lever motion to help him with that?
Absolutely. Sniff, make me a strength check.
Alright, so that's a 16 plus 2, 18, and a 15 plus 2, 17.
It begins
Nice.
to pop. It just pops right off. You're able to pop the top right off, and now there is no top on top of this well.
Do we want to
Our
see
job
how...
here is done.
Do we want to see if it goes anywhere?
No, don't get in it.
No.
Yeah.
There's still magic.
Yes, but I'm not bleeding.
Not yet.
You don't know how desperate those souls are inside, clamor all over you to get out.
Yeah.
How about this? We have extra rope. Why don't we tie a rope
Oh.
to a tree and then drop the other end in there? That way, if we ever get in this situation, we can
Yes.
follow the rope out. And also,
Tied to a rock.
not a
Tree. Well, no, tree and rock is anchor.
Secured on both sides.
Sure.
So that it sinks down and doesn't just float.
Yeah. And also, the rope will absorb some of the water.
I'll
That's
go find a
a
rock.
good I get a branch.
After a while, you see more bodies begin to float to the surface as they are brought back to life. But all the bodies that begin to pile up on the top of the well are comatose.
Should we remove the bodies so that it doesn't get clogged?
Yes.
I don't know if we have time for all this.
Body plug.
You're able to pull the bodies out and drag them over, but they are in a coma. Their sanity has been completely drained. Their eyes stare up into the distance. They breathe, but they are not able to take care of anything else for themselves.
Yeah.
No.
So screw these horses.
Yeah.
Do they have anything valuable on them? I'm gonna pick their pockets.
No, they came back like you in the well.
Oh,
naked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think screw these bodies. Let's
Yeah,
move
let's
on.
keep moving. Agreed.
Should
You
we bleed in here? Just
No,
No.
very
Base.
much no.
Well,
Just in
otherwise
case.
we're 3 days back.
No, you're right.
You can
Oh, that's
bleed
a
in my
good
little
idea.
bottle.
We can make that holy.
It is holy already. I
Oh
scooped
my-
from the well, and I'm
my
carrying it
gosh.
with us, and we could bleed in it, and then maybe we come right back to wherever my bag is.
And then we just respawn at your
Yes.
bag all the time. Yes.
Great.
Okay,
Everyone bleed
good
in
thinking.
I might see my own dead body, but it's okay.
Or-
It's gonna work
Maybe
one time.
everybody but me.
Would we come back in the bag or outside of the bag? Because we have to come from the water.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
Everybody puts them in.
I think it's worth it to try it.
Jacob looks on in horror as you all slit your body parts and you start dripping blood into the bag, and he's like, "Do I have to do that?
No, you
Yes?
did not.
Oh, no.
You're not gonna make me drink that, are you?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
But only if you do what we say. Only if you do what we say when we say it.
Okay. Sure. I'm sorry. Please don't.
You're good.
Make me drink.
No, child, we are not going to have you drink the bloody water.
Yet. And we'll walk
Ever. Before we leave the bodies that we just pulled out, Silver's just gonna say a quick prayer before continuing with the party.
Liv, you're sitting there and you see Silver praying. A long ago memory kind of alights in your head as somebody that you sat next to as they were dying held your hand. You just it just flickers through your mind and you go, oh.
I'll shake my hand.
You guys proceed on from the Outlander murder well, and you proceed further on into the forest.
I think Alpha, you should take the lead on this one. Do we
Yeah.
keep pushing, or do we rest?
I think we should push. We should try to increase our speed as we're walking, and then we should maybe settle for a short rest as the night comes. But we got to get to that town.
If you guys
I
wanna
think if
try
we
to-
stay on the path, we'll be okay.
I will follow you, pack leader.
Yeah, same. I'm with Alpha. Let's rush it.
I'll keep whatever pace the group does.
Yeah.
I am very
Wood elf,
slow.
bitch.
Sniff, did you have a problem with the pace that we're keeping?
I am just very slow. And you guys would have been able to tell that I just don't move at a very normal speed when I do anything.
In the gourd.
Oh, yeah.
The boy won't be able to keep up either.
In the gourd?
I would say that the boy is faster than me.
That's fair.
Alright.
I mean, he's got a 30 feet. He's got a 30 feet movement, and I think
The
some
boy
of you are
is a
like 30
wolf.
feet.
I think it can run.
Well, you don't technically know that, but sure. Yeah, I mean, for this purposes, he's still a boy.
Liv knows that.
I think it's like a situational stamina.
Yeah, Sniff,
Yeah.
if you want to do that, please.
Yeah. Just hop a ride.
I mean, yeah, if I can hop in the gourd just so I don't slow the group down.
Sniff, what's your
Alright.
minimum? What's your movement speed? Is it 25?
20.
Oh wow.
It's because of who I am. It's because of me.
Oh,
Specific
that's right.
turtle.
That's right.
I'm-
That's right. That's
Sniff.
right.
Sniff stabs.
So you're able to put Sniff in there. The child's speed is technically 30, so as long as you guys keep a double pace at 60 feet per 6 seconds, you guys can be a fast pace. If you want to try to accelerate that past that for some of the other runners, because I know Liv and Alpha can probably go faster, but I do not believe Silver, Sikes, or Savannah can.
Yeah, I
Sykes-
can't go faster than that.
Sykes ain't walking. No, I'm with Sniff in the cord.
Okay, so
I'll put you all in my bag.
Yeah.
Silver
I
and
put the gold in
Savannah
the
are
bag.
30 feet, though, right?
Yeah.
Sykes and Sniff are traveling in style. That's like what I'm gonna.
Like
Y'all are like,
a
what are you
luxury
guys
train
doing?
car.
What are you guys doing in the goddamn gourd? You know, that's my question.
I look around the gourd. This is a lot nicer than my shell.
Oh yes, come to my favorite spot, and then I'll like set up some like cans or like some pillows for target practice.
Have him shoot inside your gourd?
Yeah.
Inside my backpack? That sounds terrifying.
Come on. So Anna doesn't need to know.
All right, yeah, you guys are having a great time in the gourd. As you guys proceed on, you're able to head down the trail, and you're going to go at a fast pace, and it's going to speed you guys up significantly to where you come in to the town of Farrington. Let me just move you guys over.
Oh, do you guys actually want to enter the town? Like, I was hoping that we would get town adjacent by nightfall.
It's nightfall is fast approaching. You guys are approaching the town. You're on the outskirts of the town if you guys want to approach.
Okay. How do you guys feel? How dark is it?
It's getting towards nightfall, yes.
Okay.
You probably maybe
I
have a
think
couple
that-
hours till nightfall.
Yeah, we probably only have a couple hours, so I mean, we should probably like scout the perimeter and see like what we're up against.
Okay.
We should also see if there is a holy well or holy fire in this town that we can respawn at.
We're currently set to respawn in my backpack.
Most
Which-
of you are.
But I don't think this place would, because this is the place that tortures the people to do that.
I wouldn't want to come back here.
Do we see any people? Or creatures alive?
It's dark. People seem to be going indoors, but yeah, you see people wandering around. There seems to be a man by the church at the far end of town that's in a patch. You can kind of see down. It's kind of in a valley, so I'm assuming where you are, you can kind of see down towards it. 67% horse. Great. Yeah, you can see that there's people. Yeah, there are people outside. There's a couple of children running back and forth. There's little lanterns all along by the houses. You see that there's like these weird, like, green lanterns that look like faces that are beside every door.
They look like faces?
Maybe there's security systems?
Wait,
Magical security systems?
They flicker like
face or
candlelight.
face?
Like a face, like a jack-o'-lantern face.
Okay.
Oh, so not like a head floating in something.
No, it's like you see like little like jack-o'-lantern lights, like lamps, like floating, like they're not floating, but they're all by every door along the way of this town.
We're not in the town, right? We're right
Correct.
outside.
You guys you've stopped outside.
Okay.
Alright.
I want to make like a quick like observation. Is there only like one way in and out of a building, and do the doors open inward?
Run that by me one more time, like. Before I
Is there only one entrance into and out of a building, and do the doors look like they open inward?
Where are the hinges?
So yeah, there's a lot of different doors on a lot of different buildings, and from this distance you can't really tell. You're gonna have to approach the town and look to see that kind of stuff. I guess
Right.
give me a perception, I guess.
Maybe we should go look for an inn for the night.
I may give it to you.
I'll
Yeah, I'm
wink
not-
at Alpha.
11.
Yeah, you don't know.
There are doors.
There are doors.
You're gonna need to approach the town to tell if the doors open inward or outward.
Let's make an approach and try and figure out some more of our surroundings.
Okay. As you guys wander down the hill, you approach the town slowly. As you guys get, there's like a line of stones on the outside, like sort of like fairy rocks that seem to be surrounding the village at the far outside of some of the fields. As you approach these rocks, Jacob is going to go down and start hissing, and you're going to see smoke drifting off the top of it.
That's not great.
Okay.
Step back, step back.
You manage to drag him back, and he's just like, why is it hurt? What was that?
Does it look like there's like wolf veins over the rock, or just like regular rock?
You see that there's writing, but no one seems to recognize the writing.
It's not Sylvan.
Yeah, I suppose I can't come up with a reason why it wouldn't be Sylvan at this point. Yeah, no, it's Sylvan. It says, only love may enter.
But we're fine.
Yeah, you guys appear to be fine, 100%, including Alpha.
We could come back for the kid tomorrow when he's a kid again. If he can't come in the town.
Sprinkle some holy water on him.
Oh,
Yes, because that worked so well last time.
No, we tried wolfsbane. We haven't tried holy water.
We're dumping the bloody holy water?
But we have rope. We could time to retreat tonight.
True. So, like, what's the distribution of these rocks?
what if you put him in the gourd and then try and bring him over? Would that work?
It would maybe, but I can only do that once every long rest. So we'd have to wait inside another long rest for me to do it again and bring him with me.
Right.
Yeah, how many rocks are there? Is it like a wall of rocks, or is it like a rock every couple feet?
It's like stones, like a fairy circle, so they're literally just stones on the ground. It's not a physical wall. But it seems
So,
like
like, can we kick them aside?
Yeah.
Break
you
the
can
seal.
test it.
Yeah, let's kick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to kick. You're able to make a whole pathway like by removing the rocks.
Okay. Tell the boy. Go ahead, boy. Cautiously approach. Tell me what you feel.
He approaches and begins to smoke, even as he does.
Okay. 1 second, 1 second. I'll bring him back. Kick another rock aside.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead here. You guys are.
I feel like it surrounds the town.
You're out in the pasture area. It appears to be more a field. The rocks are just sort of noting the barrier. It appears it's not the rocks themselves that are magical.
Oh. Okay. Any ideas?
Sikes
Yeah.
holds up the rope.
Yeah. Yeah, we could tie him to something. I mean, we can cross the barrier, so he's not going to be able to get us.
Silver,
but...
you were offering to stay out with the boy. Or is that still up?
No, I'm definitely offering to stay with the child.
It seems like it could be dangerous for you to stay with the child.
I don't know. I think he would be
Debatable.
okay alone.
I think he'd be okay.
He's pretty ferocious.
Maybe.
We just have to find them again.
Yeah. He knows where we are.
If he can't enter now, he won't be able to enter later.
Maybe. They could overpower the barrier. I think we need to get some more information on the town. Maybe we can ask a local to see what's going on here. Those dang bandits didn't tell us about the seal.
I guess we should have paid for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silver, if you want to hang out here with the boy, we'll go get more information and come back.
I feel like it'd be best if I stay away as well, since the bandits did say I was odd.
True. Good observation.
So I'm gonna kneel down to the child. We have to leave you here. Do you understand why?
No, why? Why can't I go into the town? I was here like 12 days ago. I was in there. I have friends there.
When you were attacked, you were given a disease.
What?
It's hard to explain, but once I find myself having more of my clerical abilities, I will remove the curse from you.
Child, you're from this town? Do you know how this barrier works? What these stones mean?
I'm not from this town. I don't know, but like, it's probably like it can't be because like the Church of Love just creates barriers. So any church in Church City, like it keeps monsters out. Why does it keep me out?
We gotta get to the church. We gotta break that seal.
Just let monsters
So
come
committed.
into town.
You saw what they did in the well. They're the real monsters.
Honestly,
I agree.
They are doing
I'm
what they
sorry.
can to survive.
that looks like more than just surviving.
We
Yeah.
are the outsiders here,
A
are
little
we
bit
not?
of torture as well.
Chilling outside.
Sniff, are you staying with a child?
Yeah.
Just on the
Nice.
inside of the barrier. I'll leave some rope with you in case you want to do something with this. And I'll give you a blanket as well. Not that you need it, but
Oh,
The child.
Yeah,
yeah.
this is my first child.
And
Congratulations.
honestly, this is the most people I've ever seen in one area. And you're telling me we're going into a place that has even more?
Sikes or Alpha.
Yeah.
This is a small town.
Okay. I will not lead the way because I've not been to a town. So you guys kind of like lead the way and I'll mimic whatever it is you do.
Should we pretend that we're not all together? It is odd that a large group of us comes into the town together.
Let's come in separately.
Come in as pairs or individually.
I can come in by myself. I feel comfortable enough.
You need at least one person with me.
I
Liv
was
just starts walking towards the town.
Yeah. As you guys approach, you guys are coming up like a pathway, and you see that there's like the 4 main buildings and a bridge across the river to the chapel. You see that there is the 4 buildings. The one on the left is actually this it's like this. None of the buildings here except for the chapel are second story, and these wooden buildings you see on the right side. There's Genuine Gerald's General Store, and on the far side you see Bing Chandler's, which is this looks like a candle making store, and it appears that the front windows are entirely overrun with candle wax. The other 2 stores, you see that there is an inn called the Lodge, and what appears to have a star of a sheriff's office over the other side.
I would like to learn a little more about the door situation again.
The door situation?
Yeah, do they open in or do they open out?
Everyone's
And how many
different.
are there?
Which one do you want to know about?
Preferably this sheriff and the lodge.
The sheriff's office? Yeah, the sheriff opens outward.
And the lodge?
That would open. There seems to be like swinging saloon doors that are down at the bottom, so they swing both ways.
Okay.
As you're looking at the ground, you see that the lanterns are actually watermelons, and you see that the watermelons have been carved like jack-o'-lanterns or jack-o'-melons, and you see there's a banner across the front of the launch that says Summerween.
Summer what?
Summerween. It's a little. There's like streamers across the streets, and though this is a gray, drizzly land, it appears that there is like a kind of a festival in process, because you see children are actually out in the streets running back and forth. Just a couple children.
Do people normally waste food and leave their young ones unattended like this?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Dealing with humans is always confusing.
You guys see on the front of the sheriff's office that there's also like a notice board.
I feel like we go up and read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So your group approaches the sheriff's office, and as you guys come up, you're able to read the notice board, which has a number of notices on it. There are 4 notices for missing children. There appears to be a child's naming. There's a missing child called Zachary Binks, Coraline Otter, Max Dennison, and Danny Dennison are all missing. There's also a Happy Summerween Festival, Jack-o'-melon carving competition, Sea Friar Fair for more information, 10 gold prize. There's a costume competition with a 5 gold prize. And then there's 4 posted sheriff bounties. 10 gold reward for each member of the Bear Bandit Gang, a nudist bandits that have been roaming the forests. And 100 gold for the Castletop Monster. The South Pasture Wolf Pack, they're offering for 1 gold per pelt, and 500 gold for the Summerween Slasher.
Ooh.
And there's
I
also
am deeply
a request,
disturbed.
There's also a request on the board for a Chandler for cleaning. Unspecified magical aid will be given for all that apply.
It makes me uncomfortable that they hunt wolves.
Humans tend to hunt everything.
Perhaps Sniff could enter the costume competition and win us some.
I would give advantage
I
to
agree.
anybody.
That is a great idea, though. And it'd
That
be
is a great
perfect,
idea.
It'd be a perfect disguise for him as well.
Yeah.
Oop, shit.
Does it say more information about the costume festival?
It says to go talk to Friar Fair.
Yeah, I'm noticing that the blacksmith has lost more than others.
You actually see in the distance there's a man in a watermelon patch carving jack-o'-melons in the rain. He's got a little umbrella over his head.
Does he perhaps look like an older man?
He does, yes. He has
Liv will
vestments on.
gravitate that way.
No, that's your type. Okay.
Liv walks off. Do you guys follow? You can choose not to.
Choose not to.
I'll go with her. I'm a good wingwoman.
Oh my god.
There's safety in numbers. I will go as well.
Sikes, Silver, you going into the bar?
Yeah.
As you guys approach, you see that he's just sitting there carving jack-o'-lanterns with a knife, and he's just, and there's several jack-o'-lanterns around him, and he's just a nice priest. He's bald. He's a little bit older. He's got big bushy eyebrows that are a little bit unkempt, and he's got like he's bald on top. He's got like a friar ring, and then he's just wearing like traditional friar robes, and he's just sitting there. He's a thin man.
I will address him. Hello, good sir. I happen to have seen the notice about a costume contest, and I have a young grandchild at home, who would like to enter. Could you give me some more information?
Well, hello there, strangers. How are you doing? Welcome to Farrington.
Thank you. We've come for the festival.
Ah, well, it's known year-round. I appreciate it. Our new summer ween has been taken off. I really feel like it's bringing people into this town. Now, you interesting. And he's gonna turn around. Guys, I want Savannah, Liv, and Alpha to give me a group deception check.
11.
Liv 9.
5.
Oh, guys.
Step in front of Alpha.
He's gonna sit. Yeah, you guys step in. Y'all are not from around here, I reckon.
Not from Farrington.
I think you guys should know. Unfortunately, the sheriff of this town doesn't take kindly to Outlanders.
Neither do we.
Ma'am, I have to let you know here that I have no issue with Outlanders at this time. It was against my wishes that they forced me to bless that well over the yonder hill. You don't have to tell me, but let me just give you a nickel of free advice here. You guys need to do a better job of just being that. I'm happy to welcome you as relatives from out of town, as these townsfolk are not kindly to strangers.
We would appreciate that.
Are there any more like you?
Like me? No, I work for the Church of Love, my friend, and it wasn't kindness that was done to those men that came over the hill. I would dearly like to never see another person put into that well. If you mean harm to any of my townsfolk, you will know my fury.
We mean no one, no harm.
And I guess deception check?
Liv hasn't offered to slay the people. That's the one behind her.
You definitely offered Jacob part, but whatever. There's reasons, I guess. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, he'll incite you.
I like this guy. I offer him nothing bad.
I'll be quiet.
Just be careful. I offer. Are you going to be staying in the town long?
Probably not after what you mentioned.
Well,
we're heading over to Black Lake, I believe. One of our friends is hoping to find someone he knows there.
The Lake of Black Tears? Is what you mean, I believe?
Yes. Yes.
Well, if you're going to travel that way, you're going to need to have more gear than this. With all due respect, you guys need to be loaded for bear if you're going to travel out of here. I don't know if you've been by Gerald's place, but you should definitely go there and think about buying better sundries. You guys look half starved. Well, not half starved. You don't really have good armor and weapons, and you can consider other things.
That's why we've come to the town. No harm, just to gain supplies.
My recommendation is that you go under the name of trappers. Trappers come here all the time, kill creatures, bring them to town to the tanners and the chandlers and everything else for glue and other things. So if you guys pose as trappers, we're used to odd folk coming from the other direction. Just make sure you say you came from the north and not the south. You understand?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
That's good advice. Thank you.
Yes,
No.
thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome to stay in my church tonight. It's not exactly a warm floor, but it will get the rain off your back.
We should take him up on this.
Oh,
We
That
also
would be
would
wonderful.
like the information on the costume contest as well. We were
yeah.
seriously inquiring.
well, tomorrow, in 2 days' time is Summerween. We'll be hosting the apple picking. It's gonna be the jackal melon contest is 10, the costume is 5, and the apple is 1.
In 2 days' time, you say?
2 days' time.
I'd like to try and carve a jack-o'-lantern. I'll sit down with him in the field.
Oh, he's gonna go out and start finding you guys like watermelons as he talks to you.
As he does that, Liv is just kind of stand a little extra close and say, "Do you mind showing me how to carve one of these things?"
Oh, ma'am, I would.
Yes.
Ma'am, I would love to if you don't mind. He's gonna pick up and he's gonna go into a crate and come out with some carving tools, right? Liv, he's gonna move around behind you and he's gonna just kind of take your hands with a knife and help you start carving these watermelons. As he's just like holding your hand. He's like, "You got it, ma'am. You got this. There you go." Next up is Sikes and Silvers. You guys enter the bar.
Yeah, bang open those saloon doors like the Cowboys did.
Yeah, as you guys you bang it open, you guys come inside. You see that there's 4 occupants in the bar. There's a barman behind the bar, and he seems to have his small child back there serving beer to a drunk patron at the bar. And in the far corner, there's a gentleman who's in a wheelchair that has a blanket over his lap, sitting by the stove in the corner.
I'm gonna go up to the bartender.
Hello there, sir. Welcome to the lodge. You happen to be a trapper?
Hello, indeed. Yes, I am a trapper. The name is Sikes, and I'm just looking for some room and board for some of my compatriots. Maybe
Absolutely.
even some food.
Absolutely. Yeah, we could do that. Room and board's gonna be a little complicated. We only have a couple of rooms here, and they're all actually booked up for the Summerween Festival. I can't offer you the floor of the bar if you don't mind. We got reeds across the floor, and you look down. There's fresh reeds and sawdust on the floor, so it's just And yeah, we got a bathroom in the back. For a copper, I'll let you sleep on the floor by the furnace.
For a copper? Just for the barroom floor? It's a deal at twice the price.
Okay, well, 2 copper then for sleep on the barroom floor. How about that?
I was complimenting you on your business acumen.
Oh, sorry. What did you say? I'm so sorry. I misheard it. My bad. This is me.
It doesn't matter, friend. I'm just here to buy some food. And I think that this is the only place with enough people here, and you clearly serve beverages, so you must serve food too, yes?
Correct. We do. I can do you some. I got some probably some cheeses. I think I got a stew on the fire poker over there, so we can get you some stew, a little bit of bread tack, and some nice cheese if you'd like.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I'll be right back. Walk away.
Huh.
Silver, how much money do you have? I gave away all mine to the bandits.
You and Sniff are the only ones that had any money.
However,
might I suggest that we actually do some of the bounties?
Yes, I could ask about this Summerween Slayer. Alright, I'll do that. Like, Sikes is like panicking, but then Silver said that, kind of brought him back down. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back to Silver. Silver, did you happen to remember what the other bounties were?
Yes. Do you want to ask about the castle monster? The wolves?
Sorry.
Okay.
If we're trying to portray ourselves as trappers, perhaps asking about the wolves before the killer.
Fair enough. It's very smart thinking. All right, we'll go back to the barkeep. Yes. So we're the thing is we have no funds, but we have services. And I see the notice board is quite full, quite full. Could you happen to give me any more information other than the bare minimum?
You're gonna have to go talk to Sheriff Good. Sheriff Good is more than happy to tell you about the wolves and stuff. I don't know about them parts. I hear about, but usually if a trapper is gonna come into my bar and ask where the wolves are, I'd usually ask for a little something to give them better information.
Friend, I completely understand what you're saying, and the sheriff has his own information, but I want the scuttlebutt, local information that only you have. What's the word around town? What's the people saying?
You have no money, right?
How about I pay you for the information today and pay you tomorrow?
Wait, are you gonna pay me today or tomorrow? Because if it's
gonna be a payment today, but the actual money will come tomorrow.
You're gonna give me information, and I'm gonna give you information. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, friend. My information is where the money is. Your information is what I asked for.
Go ahead and give me your information. If I judge it worthy enough, I'll give you mine.
All right. So Sikes here is gonna completely lie and make a slanderous accusation about some random person in the town, probably the friar.
Okay. So you just say the town friar. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Make some shit up, bro.
Alright, you're not gonna believe this, but I saw the friar covering his hand as he entered the town, and I don't know about this barrier, but it seems like it was sizzling, as I remember.
Are you serious? Go ahead and make me a deception roll.
Got it. 11.
I can't believe that Friar Fair would ever do something like that. He's been here since he runs the church. He actually creates the protection that surrounds this town. Like, if you wanted to get rid of it, you'd have to kill Friar Fair. He's the guy.
Whoa, who's talking about getting rid of this? Whoa! I'm just saying what I heard, man.
Well, it can't hurt him. He's the one creating the protection.
Well, regardless, I've held up my end for the bargain.
This is unbelievable news. No offense.
It's just what I heard, man. So anyway, about the scuttlebutt, about these wolves and the submarine slasher.
Would you just... Alright, if I give you information about the wolves, would you just get out of my bar?
Well, I thought I'm paying for the night, actually.
With that, you're paying for the night and scuttlebutt with just that line of...
Oh, no,
things.
that's a totally separate deal.
Okay, well, what are you paying for the night with?
Well, that when I sleep in at this place at night, I'll pay you.
So, you're going to pay me tomorrow for sleeping here tonight.
Your words.
Why don't you head on over the quarter and you want a meal for tonight, correct, I assume?
Oh, no, friend. We have plenty of food. We're rich after all.
Perfect. You may sleep in the corner by the fire, and, yeah. And he's gonna be like, yeah.
Alright. You didn't give me any of my information, though, so you are
contradicting the deal. Neither did you, really, so
Wow,
okay.
this is terrible business.
Is it? Is it like terrible business to not accept
What was the check?
Alright.
We made a deal as gentlemen, and you reneged on the deal as gentlemen.
Did I?
Yes, clearly. Anyway, what's check I'm making?
He's gonna whistle, and his little boy's gonna come over, and he's gonna lean down and whisper in his ear.
Cool.
Do you want to try to listen in or
What
insight?
just happened?
I'd like to listen in. If I may.
Okay, yeah, make me an insight, actually.
16.
He's like calling the boy over to do something. You don't know what, but he is giving you bad vibes. And as soon as he leans up, the boy is gonna start running around the side of the bar, and he's gonna start heading towards the door.
Okay, how weird. So I'm just gonna go talk to hang out with Silver, and then to ask sit at this guy. There's the only chair available.
Sikes, might I inquire about what just occurred?
Yeah, this guy is a terrible businessman. He doesn't follow through with any of his deals. I think we should leave this town and not deal with him.
You don't suppose that he went to the sheriff?
It's that little boy leaving, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, we have done nothing wrong. And we've lived all our lives in Revnant. So anyway, I guess we'll just try to leave the bar. Well, it sounds like we're in some hot fuzz shit. So I think we should probably leave.
Okay. Yeah. As you come outside, you see that the boy is talking to what appears to be an armored man across the street, like directly across, like literally like 5 feet from you. As you guys exit the bar, and he's here we go. Yeah.
Yes. Finally, someone with something knowledge to do. Hello, friend. I am a trapper. I really been asking about the wolves in town.
I'm understand to say that you were harassing this poor boy's barkeep father.
Oh, harassment can be described so many ways. Yes, I didn't raise my voice at him, but he didn't like what I was saying. But that's no crime. I've left and I've moved on.
You trappers, I know it's that time of year and you want to get drinks and stuff, but just keep the peace here now, good sir.
Of course.
We don't have none of that in Farrington. It is a fair and kind place.
Mm-hmm.
If I can offer my companions' deepest apologies, we meant no harm. We are just tired from travel.
Understood. I understand our entire town's booked up. I understand it's a frustrating situation, but if you don't mind, you may need to camp beyond the stones tonight, and we appreciate that. If you can't, I would definitely go to the town to Friar Fier. He's more than willing to host most people in his chapel. So.
Oh, great.
Run around, Avery, and he's going to whack the boy in the back of the head. He's going to run past you into the bar. And
I'm going to give him a big mean mug as he walks by. Like, I'll turn my back to the sheriff to just glare at this little kid, and then I'll turn back.
He goes in the bar.
Cool.
The doors swing.
Well, let's go talk to this friar, I suppose.
The art of the deal. Oh my god.
Perhaps can I will talk with the sheriff here about the otherwise posted bounties.
Yeah. Silver, you're able to go up to him, and if you proceed inside, you see inside the door that there's it's a small jail there's just one, or like a one-room jail with a privy in the back. The clerk seems to be boo-hooing into a cloth napkin, which is weird. Why is it a cloth napkin? What is it called? It goes in this pocket on my jacket. Kerchief, thank you.
Handkerchief.
Yeah, handkerchief, thank you. Fuck me.
I'm gonna speak to the otherwise bereaved woman. If I may ask.
She's gonna. The sheriff's gonna stand up immediately and says, "Leave her be. She's had a hard time. I can help you. What do you need, sir?"
My companions and I are wondering about the wolves that seem to plague your town. I'm concerned about the missing children, and my companion here wants to inquire about the murderer. Which I can only assume your poor assistant is missing one of her own.
That'd be correct. She was missing her. Sorry, let me check. Missing her daughter, Coraline. And you see the lady boo-hoos when she hears the name, and then the guy kind of like rubs his temples, and he's like, "It's been 4 disappearances, and yet we are proceeding with this damned festival for Summerween. The town has always been under a pale, but it's just gotten worse, and yes, well, what do you know that the wolves are in the north pasture? They come out and attack, and that pack has just been all over the place, and any sort of werewolf and activity in the hills. Anytime that there is one that passes by, I feel like more wolves spring up all over the place, and they come down and attack. And if you could clear them out, we would very much appreciate it. If you could find the source, I'd be willing to up the bounty for anything that you caught that would be causing them to come down this way. But I have no evidence that there is a werewolf at this point, and I don't want to cause a panic.
I will do what I can. However, I have found this that might be helpful to you. If you find any reward and such, I'm more than happy to take it, but I'm also happy to give part of what I found.
What did you find?
And I'm going to give him, I'm going to show him half of my wolfsbane that I have.
I'm familiar with this trapper lore, but the issue is it grows out behind this shop. it's not necessarily. I appreciate this, but it's not necessarily the end-all, be-all that we need. Yeah, so.
Very well.
Any other questions?
Yes. So, what of this slasher that seems to be plaguing your village? So the reward is huge.
So the Summerween Slasher currently in our town has a curfew at midnight. I need to remove that reward, actually. As everyone that's gone after them has essentially died, but fortunately the Slasher only seems to come after men, so just respect the curfew. I'd rather not have to bury your corpse.
I would avoid that too.
Any other questions? Or I really could use some time to he does like this, and he's like pointing at his assistant, who is boohooing pretty badly.
What can you tell me about the missing children? Where did they go missing? Do you know what they were doing?
I don't speak about ongoing investigations. If you have any information to give me, that is typically how this works.
Do I believe that guy on that?
Insight.
8. He's pretty believable.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this is not like an opposite thing, but as far as you know, like, yeah.
I understand.
I don't mean anything about it, but like, giving out information of any of this would be inappropriate. Yeah. So what do you guys? Any other questions?
I don't think I have any. Do you, bro?
No.
Yeah, I'll exit.
Back over to when you guys are with Friar Fair, he's gonna be like, oh, by the way, you're Outlanders, correct? Just to let you know, inside on the dais, behind the dais, there is a reliquary where there is holy water that is blessed by me. So the well is also blessed by me. So if you were to drip blood anywhere, that would maybe a good, just a suggestion. Sniff, as you're out in the woods, things have not been going particularly well since you've been out there. As you've been sitting out there with the boy, slowly he's beginning to get sniffy, if you will, as he kind of You guys in the distance see the moon beginning to rise, as it was. You didn't really have a good grasp of time, and it seems to beginning to rise, and you're very concerned. Sniff, you're beginning to witness transformations in the boy as his fingers will begin to lengthen. What do? You have a little bit of time here as he's going through his first transformation as the full moon rises. What do you want to do, Sniff?
I will tie him to the tree.
Okay. You try to push him back to the tree, and you begin to tie him around. Go ahead and give me, I guess, a sleight of hand to tie him.
9 + 2, 11.
Yeah, you're able to tie him to the tree, the small boy, but he's going to continue to change, pressing against the ropes as he begins to crank up. What do? You hear in the distance howling. As you see around the edges of the campsite, you see wolves, dire wolves, running around, staring in through the darkness.
I'm gonna look at the boy and be like, son, I'm very sorry about this. And I'm gonna pull the rope back a little bit, shove some of the wolfbane that I had, and then like make sure it's real tight up against him.
As he begins to sear him, and he's gonna take some damage. But the other wolves, hearing this, are going to howl, and they're going to begin to move in. Justin, roll me initiative.
All right.
Come on, Sniff.
At hearing the howl, I want to just stick my head in, come out. I guess it's time. 17.
Justin, you're up first. What do you want to do?
Dash.
So How far from the town am I?
You're not. You're like at the edge of the tree line. Like you're maybe 2 football fields away.
How far away are the dire wolves?
Close, like less than 15 feet. Like they're at the tree line, running around. You can see there's several of them just at the outset, and Jacob is turning.
Okay, I'm going to I'm gonna move 30 feet towards the town, but then Are the wolves looking at me?
They're running around the outside, yeah. They're looking at you and the boy.
I'm going to... Actually, I'm just going to dash towards the town. Like it. Full 60 towards the town.
Okay, yeah. You're able to dash 60 towards the town. First up in the order is the Jacob's turn. And he will use his action. That is getting a little loud.
That's a little loud.
Very intense.
So yeah, as you move towards there, you see that his fingers will begin to lengthen, and you'll see that the skin peels away as fur sprouts all over his body. His face will peel out, and you see that his back will arch and his bones will break, and he'll crack out of the robe, throwing the wolfsbane everywhere where it's seared. His flesh didn't change where it is. You see that you've hurt him a little bit from where the wolfsbane has touched him, and he begins to back out and lengthen as he becomes a werewolf. He'll dash 60 towards you, which you were in 60 feet, so he gets up right next to you. And next up in the order, there appears to be 4 wolves. The wolves have 30 feet of movement, and they're going to dash up, falling in behind their new alpha, as all wolves will dash. And you're going to be within eyesight of the wall, and you now see that the werewolf is right beside you. He had a dash to get there. The wolves are 15 feet behind him as they're running up towards you. You rushed 60 feet, so I said 2 football fields to the wall. You have 100 feet to the wall. You've rushed 60. You can rush another 60, but you're going to leave the werewolf's AoE.
Fuck. Okay. I don't think I can take on a bunch of werewolves and wolves by myself. I am going to go for it. I'm going to run. I'm going to dash again.
Okay, you're going to take the op attack. Jacob is going to attempt to bite you with his attack, which is going to be a 12 to hit with the bite, which I do not believe will hit.
That does not hit. Nope. Yep.
Yeah, he snaps at your fucking heels, though, as you bolt away. Like, you feel him right behind you. I'm just
screaming. There's a werewolf. There's a fucking werewolf. There's a fucking werewolf.
All right, yeah, you're able to move 60 away.
Whoa.
Do we hear any of the screaming in town?
You hear, yeah, in the distance.
Like,
you hear,
have we noticed this?
Yeah, you guys definitely hear in the distance, and that's what you hear in the distance. All right.
Why did you pick a tree so far away from the barrier?
I didn't realize we left you out there that far.
You gotta pick a closer tree, man.
Alright, I'm going to dash again.
Go for it.
He's gonna make the bite attack.
Oh no!
He does hit you. Make me a Constitution saving throw. And take
Were
6
turtle.
damage.
Where turtle.
14, 11 plus 3, 14.
Yeah, you are not infected with lycanthropy, and you're able to dash. You are now 20 feet from the boundary line.
I'm going to tell Sikes, aim for the wolves. Maybe we can sell their pelts.
Oh shit.
As he says that, I'm already like fixing the gourd and with the staff.
Yeah, they safe. The wolf jumps out of the way as the fire comes down, and it's like woo, 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 in like that doggy sort of way when you step on their paw, and it's like fuck you.
But yeah. I'm going to
rush towards the barrier.
Where I think the line is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as you come up, Sniff's turn. Sniff, the werewolf is at your heels again, and your little turtle legs are just making it the best situation. If you can move 60 feet or even 30 feet, you'll get over the barrier. So you can actually take an action and disengage on this one if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to... Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot at a wolf. Oh my god. 7
plus
plus 4, 11.
Him in here. You're just like, I want lycanthropy, you know? Let's do this. So 11 to hit?
Yeah.
That will not hit the wolves. They're dire wolves.
Okay. Take some steps back just to get inside the barrier so that I'm free of
20
the
feet,
dire wolf.
but you're going to take another bite attack from the werewolf as you leave his AoE. Roll a Constitution save.
19. 16 plus 3.
Okay, yeah.
So
You
much
back up,
constitution.
he savages you. He gets
Yes.
his claws rake down the back of your shell, and you're just like, get my little turtle ass over the line. Like as you jump, you literally just like do like a little belly dive over the barrier, and he comes up. Jacob the werewolf sits there, and he just sits there, looks at you hungrily, and he says. And then he turns around and the wolves begin to descend away. If you guys, that was his AoE, so it's actually their turn, so they will get to move. Sniff, you're going to get a reaction attack. It attacks Sikes because you were on Overwatch, so you can get a shot off on the werewolf if you like.
Yeah, I did an 11 to hit.
Yeah, it doesn't hit him. Oh, actually, no, the AC is 11. No, it's exactly 11. Yeah, you hit.
12 damage.
Yeah, you do. He turns around and looks at you. And then he just starts loping off 30 feet in the opposite direction. I still think because... No. Actually, it's his turn, so he gets to move 60 feet away. And there's 20 feet to the barrier, so he is 80 feet from the barrier, and I believe you are 30 feet from that, so it's about exactly 120. So you can take one more attack off of the wolves as they run away if you'd like.
Sure.
8 to hit will not hit, and the dex save on the werewolf will be 18 as he jumps out of the way as the fire butts. He turns around and he looks at you, and the trust in your eyes is broken silver, and he just runs away. And so begins the tale of Jacob the werewolf.
Do I still get an action?
Yeah, you can shoot
Or
him.
is he gone?
I think you do.
Alright, yeah, I'm absolutely going to shoot him.
I think you have the
Yes.
range, yeah. 30, he's outside
Yeah,
of
it
30
is.
feet, though, so it's going to be with disadvantage.
He's outside of what?
He's outside of your pistol range, so it'd be disadvantage.
Oh, well, it misses then.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to shoot. I'm just like, I fucking shot at you!
Fires off. The bullet flies wide just from this distance, and he heads off into the forest. Yeah. You guys are now, there's been a commotion, but you guys are now in the village of Farrington, and you all are back together. You see, coming down the lane is the other three, Alpha, Savannah, and Liv. Let's just assume you guys are back together for the purposes of this. What do you guys want to do? You guys are talking, exchanging information, but I think we're about to call it here for the night.
You can let them know that we have got lodging with the in the side of the church for the night, so we will all have a roof over our head.
Oh, that is wonderful.
And we can let Sniff know that he has a costume competition to get ready for that will happen in a couple days.
Liv is gonna actually stay and chat with the priest while the rest of the group catches up.
Yeah,
She
I
realizes
bet.
that they're coming back.
That's there an interesting group of friends you have there.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't get to pick your friends.
That cat girl is so young. She is just... I cannot believe how young she is. It freaks me out. Sometimes I talk to people that young and it just... I know how it is, right? Like, it's just difficult.
Aw, that's how I feel about you, handsome.
Oh! You make me feel so young, ma'am. Oh! Man, if I had not sworn off the, well... Took my vestments a long time ago, unfortunately. I appreciate it, though. You're a very kind young lady.
Oh,
Aw. I'm just gonna continue flirting with him till everyone comes back over.
Yeah. You guys are coming in into... Well, you don't know what it is. Liv is flirting with a fucking priest on an apple crate with an umbrella that he's holding over her head. He's extended his umbrella out over her. You guys can make of that what you want.
Sniff will just walk up and retract into his shell and just let it fall to the ground.
He's like it's like a turtle on its back, and the shell like spins around. He's just like in there. Like a little bit of blood flies out since he's been clawed by a werewolf.
oh, jeez. Did you guys? What happened?
All we saw was Sniff running over the hillside.
Okay.
I
From
can
inside the
only
shell.
assume the worst.
From inside the shell, he started sniffing. I tied him to the tree. I burned him with some plants. I don't think he liked it because he got mad and started chasing me with the wolves, and I'm in pain. I'm gonna take a nap.
Seems like
I'm gonna take a
y'all's
nap right
werewolf
here.
child plan didn't really work out. Not gonna say I told you so, but I told you so.
Who could have known they had magic rocks?
Honestly.
I think when Liv says the "I told you so," like Silver just barrels past her, not caring if he like shoulder checks her, and just storms into the church.
Ooh, it's hard being wrong.
Did you learn anything of the barrier?
The priest is gonna look at you and be like, "What do you guys want to know about the barrier? I'll make that happen."
Yeah, ask this guy. He's the one who made it, according to the barkeep.
That's correct.
It saved my life. I appreciate you.
Well, it's saving the life of the townsfolk. There's a lot out in that village there that are worse than just werewolves.
What else?
Yeah, what else?
Well, if I had to tell you, there's some things that the barrier doesn't protect against. I don't know how the Summerween slasher gets in here, but more importantly, up at Castle Top, there's the Castle Top monster. Lives in a castle atop the hill on the far side. That thing is... It is hard to perish, if you know what I mean.
What does it do?
Murders people.
Why is it staking itself in the castle top?
I think it is a man who was cursed by some unknown spell that happened a long time ago. He lives up in the castle, but if he could come down here, I know that people disappear. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of things around here that'll kill you. It's hard to know what gets people specifically. But if I had to guess about them children, I'd say Castletop used to be an orphanage. I'd say that monster up there has a taste for children. And if they were unlucky enough to wander beyond the protection of my barrier, well, that's what I think happened.
Your barrier saved lives of our friends, and you're offering us shelter as well. You're a kind-hearted man in this dreary town.
I have the kindness of all. Be you Outlanders at all, I owed it to your kind to give you protection, being as it was my magic that was used against my will to hurt people. I take issue with how I was used in that, and I cannot deny the sheriff and these townsfolk, but I cannot deny that I have been used to hurt your kind in the past. What I can extend you now I consider good faith on the subject of my past misdeeds. Be it against my will or not, you're welcome in my church.
Why do you feel so strongly aligned with the sheriff? If he's
I'm not
making you do
aligned
these
with him.
things.
I do not like Sheriff Good. He's an unkind man that is prone to... He's prone to see every shadow and every possibility as evil. And it's, to be frank with you, something I understand in the evils of this land. There's everything around this turn, and he's just been a sheriff for a while. And I hate to tell you guys, every time he turns over a rock, he finds some new horror. And children are disappearing, and people look to him to find them. And I would hate to see that you guys ended into opposition with him. I'd rather just hide you away and let everybody be their way. Save as much life as we can, if you know what I mean.
Well, thank you.
You, my good friend, I would extend faith as is. Anything to have a lovely creature such as yourself in my presence. Excuse me, that's inappropriate.
Liv will just wink at him.
Oh! This old bones feel alive again.
Well, maybe we should let these guys go to bed and we can have some stories.
Oh, I
Chat.
would love to do that. I have some lovely, well, communal wine, if you will.
That
If anyone
sounds
would like to
great.
have a glass, let's go inside. And the friar's going to usher you into his church, and that's going to be this session. Everybody, thank you so much for listening to the Pen and Paper Pod. This has been Revon Gothica tonight. Thank you so much. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Head on over and check out our link tree. So it's in the discussion. You can check out our link tree, which has all the links from everyone here at the Pen and Paper Pod. Thanks for listening.